So, electric potential and potential difference. So, it is the capability of the charged body to do work. Okay? So, yung electric potential is equal to the work, joule per charge, Q. So, ganun pa, joule per coulomb. Okay? For example, yung charge, itong body na to, no? May negative 3 coulomb. Okay? So, capable siya na magpagalaw ng ng let's say ng electrons, okay? For example, kaya niyang pagalawin yung 2 electrons, 3 electrons, 100 electrons, okay? So it is the capability of the charged body to do work, okay? So yun. And then itong electromotive force, EMF, and yung voltage V. So kung titignan niyo mabuti, na parehas lang naman yan, pero ang pinagkaiba niyan, ito, no? In electromotive force, it is the energy supplied per charged particles. So, energy supplied per charged particles. Then yung voltage, it is the energy applied per charge to move it from one point to another. They are both usually expressed in volts. Okay? So, yung formula niya, that is energy per charge Q. So, joule per coulomb pa rin. Okay? So what is the potential difference between 2 points if it requires 220 microjoule to move a 10 microcoulomb charge from one point to another in a time of 10 milliseconds? Okay? So hinahanap dito yung potential difference, B. Okay? Take note yung formula niyan, that is energy in terms of joule per coulomb. Okay? Per charge Q, no? Yung energy, that is, ayan, 220 microjoule. That is energy divided by yung charge, 10 micro. Okay? So, no need na itong time, no? Wala naman kinalaman na. So, that is equal to 22 volts. Okay? So, that should be letter B. Electric current I. This any directional movement of electric charge particles. Okay? Usually expressed in ampere. So yung formula ng current is equal to charge per unit of time, no? Charge Q in coulomb and T time in seconds. Yun yung SI unit niya, no? Okay? So again, movement siya ng electric charge. Siyempre, kapag ang movement ng kapag mas maraming charges, okay? Edi high current. Pag mas konti, low current, okay? So yun lang naman yun. Find the current in a conductor through which 2.5 times 10 raised to 20 electrons pass in 8 seconds due to an applied 10 volts of potential difference. So hinahanap yung current dito, no? Okay? We know current is equal to charge per unit time. Okay? So, yung given is in terms of electrons. Okay? So, sabi, no, ang charge Q is equal to, so yung constant number 23, di ba, yung, ano yun, coulombs per electron, no? Multiply natin ng, ito, 2.5 times 10 raised to 20 electrons. So, para makancel yung electrons, so, then divide natin. So, coulomb na to, divide lang natin ng time, 8 seconds. Okay? So, coulomb per second is ampere. So, constant 23 times 2.5 times 10 raised to 20 divided by 8. So, the answer should be 5 amperes. Okay? 5.0001. Anyway, okay na yan. 5 amperes. So, letter D. Okay. Okay, next. Dito tayo sa electric resistance, R. So, it's a property of material to oppose or limit the flow of electric charge. So, yung formula niya, di ba, Ohm's law to, R equals, the voltage, resistance is voltage divided by the current, I. Okay? So, yung resistance is in ohms, I still in amperes, and B is voltage B. So, syempre, kapag mataas yung resistance, bumabagal yung kuryente, no? So, pinipigilan ni resistance yung pag-flow ng current. Okay? So, how about resistance due to physical dimensions? So, resistance of a material is affected by the following. So, tandaan nyo to, no? Yung type of material, length of material, and then yung area, yan yung area ng cross-section, okay? Na material. Dun, pag sinabing type of material, ang binabasehan doon yung kanyang resistivity, no? So, take note yung formula nito is the resistance equals to resistivity times the length all over the area. Ibig sabihin, kapag mas mataas ang resistivity, mataas din ang kanyang resistance. Mababa ang resistivity, mababa ang resistance. Okay? So, kung i-compare natin dito yung silver tsaka copper, mas mataas ang resistance ng, so pag kinumpare natin yung silver tsaka copper, mas mataas yung resistivity ng copper. Kaya, mas mataas ang kanyang resistance. Kumpara naman sa length, dito sa part na to, okay, so, the longer, the higher resistance. Okay, so, kaya mas mataas pa rin yung resistance ng, ng R2 kaysa sa R1. Kumpara naman natin yung kanilang area. Yung cross-sectional area, yung area na nandito sa pinagputulan, no? Okay. So, the higher the area, the lower the resistance. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung ito ay mas malaking area kaysa dito, ito naman mas maliit na area, so, ibig sabihin, mas mataas pa rin yung resistance ng gaya ng R2 kaysa sa R1. Okay? And then next, resistance due to physical dimensions pa rin. Okay? Ito na yung formula niya. No? R equals resistivity times the length all over the area. Take note, ang unit ng resistivity is in ohm meter. Okay? So, multiply mo ng length, meter. So, ohm meter squared. Kaso na-cancel yung area, unit, meter squared, kaya ohm lang siya. No? Okay. So, next. So, dito naman sa yung other parameters, no. Yung reciprocal ng resistance is yung tinatawag na conductance. Ang unit niya ay Siemens. Okay? Other term for Siemens, pwedeng unit ng conductance ay mho, no? So ito ay Siemens. Okay? Then pwede rin gamitin yung baligtad. Yan. Mho. Okay, mho. Kabaligtaran kasi, no? Okay? Kaya yung conductivity, yan yung reciprocal naman ng resistivity, no? So, kaya yung unit niyan ay Siemens per meter. Okay? So, that is also equivalent to 1 over ohm meter. Okay? So, kapag kinuha natin yung formula ng conductance, so take note, conductance G. Okay? That is equal to kabaligtaran ng resistance, so that is kabaligtaran ng lahat. 1 over resistivity. So, baligtarin natin yung area tsaka ng length. Okay? So, ganyan. So, and 1 over resistivity is actually the conductivity. Okay. So, yun. Next, may tinatawag tayo na unit, circular mill or C-mill. Okay. So, when we say circular mill, it is a unit intended for referring to the area of a wire with a circular cross-section. So, ito, no? Okay. So, a unit of area equal to the area of a circle with a diameter of 1 mil or 1,000 of an inch. Okay? So, pag kinumpute natin yung area in terms of inch-mil units, okay? That is just the square of the diameter with the unit of mils. Okay? Lagay mo lang sa mil, no? Yung diameter, square mo, yun na yung area niya. Okay? Huwag mo nang multiplyan ng pi, no? Hindi ganon, no? Walang ganon. So, iba talaga to, no? Where yung A is the area, okay? And D is the diameter. Take note, yung 1 mil is, of course, that is equivalent to 1,000 inch, no? 0.001 inch. Okay? Meron din unit minsan na binabanggit, 1 MCM. Okay? O, nakalito to kasi yung 1 MCM ay hindi talaga mega. Mega. Hindi yan, na. Ang equivalent yan ay 1K C mil. Yan, 1K is 1,000. No? 1,000 C mil. That is, ito, okay pa to. Pero ito, 1,000 C mil din yan. 1 MCM lang ang kanyang unit. Okay? So, yan. Oh, solve tayo ng problem. So, a piece of 2 square meter wire has a resistance of 300 ohms. Find the resistance of a 5 square meter wire of same length and material. Okay? Hinahanap yung resistance. Okay? So, may given daw na 2 meter square. Okay? Area yon, di ba? And then, resistance of 300 ohms. Okay. Ngayon, hinahanap yung resistance naman, pangalawang resistance to, na may area na 5 meters square of same length material. Okay, ibig sabihin, may dalawang condition, no? Length 1, ito, may length 2. Okay? But, length 1 is equal to the second length. And since same yung material nila, yung resistivity ng una ay equal sa resistivity ng pangalawa. So, kung ilalagay natin yung formula, so, the resistance is equal to resistance 1, L1 over A1, yan, ganyan. So, ang equal sa kanila, take note ay yung resistivity at saka yung length, okay? So, kung equal to, itong resistivity times yung length, ibig sabihin, equal din yung area 1 times R1 equals area 2 times R2, okay? So, yun. So that, kunin na natin yung resistance 2, that is equal to area 1, R1 all over area 2. Okay? So that is 2 meter square times 300 all over area 2, 5. No? So that is equal to 120 ohms. Okay? Should be letter A. Okay. Next. So, given a wire of length 8 meters and cross-sectional area 3 millimeters square, has a resistance of 0.16 ohms. If the wire is drawn out until its cross-sectional area is 1 millimeter square, determine the resistance of the wire. Class, may mga ganitong tanong na may given na length, 8 meters. Tapos, area, cross-sectional, 3 millimeter square. Okay. Lagay na lang natin din to sa multiply natin ng, di ba ang 1,000, 1 meter is equals to 1,000 millimeter. Then square na lang natin, no? So, in terms of, 3 times 10 raised to negative 6, 3 micrometer. Okay? Meter square. Okay? Then, resistance of 0.16 ohms. Okay? So, may given na ganito, no? May length, may area, then resistance. Okay? So, makuha na natin dito yung resistivity. Ngayon, ang tanong, determine the resistance of the wire if the wire is drawn out until its cross-sectional area is 1 millimeter square. Okay? May given na 8 meters tsaka 3 micrometer square. So sabi, ano daw yung magiging resistance niya kapag yung given na wire is ginawang area ay 1 millimeter square. Kumbaga pinakailaman yung physical niya ng area, pinilit niya maging 1 millimeter square yung given na material na yon. Ngayon, ano daw yung panibagong resistance? So, mababago yon. Okay? So, since pinalitan nila yung dimension. Okay? So, yung ganito, no? Take note yung volume ng una is length, yung area times yung length. Okay? That would be a volume. So, 3 micro times 8, that is 2.4, 24 micro. Micro cubic meter, no? Okay. Siyempre, kapag pinilit natin area maging 1 millimeter square, ano ba ang magiging volume niyan? Ganun pa rin, no? Volume is equals to volume 1, 24 micromillimeter, cubic meter. Okay? So, from that is also equal to area times the length. Okay? Area times the length. Okay? May given na area. Ano yun? Yung area 2 is equal, area 1 yan. So, length 1. Yung area 2 is equal to 1 millimeter square. O, ganun ulit. Multiply natin yung 1 meter over 1,000. 1 micrometer square. Okay? So, yung panibagong length is equal to 24 micro divided by 1 micro, cancel yung m squared, edi 24 meters. Okay. So, therefore, makuha na natin yung panibagong resistance, no? Okay? Kasi nga, same material din naman ito, no? Same material, no? Ibig sabihin, yung resistivity ng una equal sa resistivity ng pangalawa. So that is equal to R1 over L1, A1 equals to R2, A2, L2. Okay? So, yung R2 ang kailangan natin, no? R2. Okay? R2. R1, A1 over L1 divided by A2 times L2. Okay? Ano to? R1, 0.16. Area, 3 micro. L2, 24. All over L1, 8 meters. Tapos yung area 1, area 2, ano yung 1 micro. Cancel ang micro. 1.44. It should be letter A. Ayan. So let us find the resistance of 100 feet of copper wire whose diameter is 0.002 feet and whose resistivity is 10.3 ohm circular mils per foot. Okay. So yung solution, so may given na diameter. Okay. 0.002 feet. And then resistivity, 10.3 ohm circular mil per foot. No? So, kailangan maglagay tayo ng, para mag-cancel yan, di ba ang resistance is resistivity times length over the area. Okay? Diameter. Lagay nga natin. Ohm circular mil per foot. Okay? So, yung length, that is 100 feet. Magka-cancel na yung feet dito. Okay? 100 feet. Yan. Circular mil. So, yung area, ilalagay ko sa circular mil. Okay. Yung area, ilalagay ko sa circular mil. So, paano ilagay sa circular mil? Okay. Dapat, yung diameter, naka-circular mil. Okay. Okay. Kailangan naka-circular mil. So, take note, yung 0.002, convert natin into, kasi sabi, ang 1 foot is 12 inch and 1,000 inch, okay, is 1 circular mil. Okay. So that is equal to, so in diameter, 24 circular mil. Square mo lang yan. So, 24 square. So, circular mil na yung unit yan. Okay? 1.8 ohms. Okay? Yan. Letter B. Okay. Okay, next. Dito tayo sa temperature effect on resistance. Okay? So, temperature coefficient of resistance, the parameter representing the resistance change factor per temperature. Okay? So, tandaan nyo kapag ang positive temperature coefficient, uh, pag tumaas, kapag ang material ay may tinatawag na PTC o positive temperature coefficient, pag tumaas ang temperature, tataas yung resistance. Kabaligtaran, kapag negative temperature coefficient yung material, NTC, bababa ang resistance. Kapag naman zero o CTC, no? So, walang effect ang pag-change ng temperature sa pag-change ng resistance. Okay? So, kabaligtaran, kapag bumaba ang temperature, pababa din yung resistance sa PTC, but tataas ang resistance sa NTC. And then, still, no change in R. Okay? Usually, ang mga may positive temperature coefficient, yun yung mga conductors. Okay? So, negative. NTC naman kapag mga insulator and semiconductor. So, ano yung mga possible, zero CTC? Yun yung mga special alloy. Manganese, constantan, no? Kaya usually itong mga, material na to, yung mga element na to, yan yung ginagamit sa mga tester, no? Sa mga meters. So, para hindi maapektuhan yung circuitry niya, yung effect, yung sa mga values, no? Okay? Sa pagbago ng values. na resistance. Siyempre, kapag nagbago yung mga resistance, ganun na rin yung mga current, yung mga voltage. Okay? So, sa temperature effect on resistance, ang formulas ay, so yung delta R is equal to the first resistance, yung alpha, that is temperature coefficient. Okay? Pag sinabing sub 1, ito rin yung temperature coefficient ng resistance 1 at temperature 1. Okay? So, yung temperature 2, given dito. And take note, yung change ng R is R2 minus R1. So, pag pinagsama natin yung delta R tsaka R1, which is R2, that would give you R1 times quantity 1 plus alpha sub 1, quantity times T sub 2 minus T sub 1. Okay? So, may dalawang magkakasama yan, ha? R1, resistance at temperature 1. R2 is resistance at temperature 2. Okay? So, and alpha, that is temperature coefficient of the given resistance at temperature K. Okay? Dapat kung ano ang temperature class, no? Yun din ang katapat niyang dapat na temperature coefficient, yung temperature, no? Halimbawa, no, temperature at 0 degree or at 100 degree, dapat yung temperature coefficient niya is sub 100, no? Okay. So the temperature coefficient of resistance of a certain wire is known to be 1 over 255 degrees Celsius at 25 degrees Celsius. So what would be the temperature coefficient at 20 degrees Celsius? Okay? So, sabi, no, yung given daw, meron daw temperature coefficient at 25 degrees Celsius. So, that is 1 over 255. Okay? So, yung temperature dyan is given, no, at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay? Next, hinahanap yung temperature coefficient at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, may isa pang given na temperature, yun yung 20 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, pwedeng, ito yung igagawin natin na unknown sa formula niya, no? Yung alpha sub 20 equals alpha sub 25, 1 plus alpha sub 25 times, mauna yung T sub 20 kaysa T sub, yan, 25. Okay? So, ganito kasi yung original formula niya, no? Alpha sub 2 equals to alpha sub 1 all over 1 plus alpha sub 2, 1, times T2 minus T1. Oh, kanino nakatapat to? Sa 25. Yan ang given eh. 1 over 255. All over 1 plus 1 over 255 times T2, ito yung given na 20 minus 25. So, balabas sa calculator ko ay 1 over 250 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, that should be letter B. Tama? Okay. So, next problem. So, a wire has a resistance of 5 ohms at room temperature. And the temperature coefficient of alpha 4 times 10 to the negative 3 degrees per degree Celsius. Okay? So, calculate the wire resistance at 75 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, yung mga given, assume natin na yung given na unang resistance is gawin natin R1, 5 ohms. Okay? Pero, room temperature kasi, no? Okay? So, tapat natin dyan. T1, no? Itapat natin sa, T1, okay? So, consider natin 25 degrees Celsius yung room temp. Okay? And yung given dito na temperature coefficient is alpha sub 1 din, no? Okay? 4 times 10 to the negative 3 per degree Celsius. Okay? So, yung hinahanap, ano daw yung resistance 2? Okay? So, R2 is equals to 1 plus, R1, okay, times 1 plus alpha sub 1 times quantity T2 minus T1. Okay? That is R1 given 5, 1 plus yung 4 times 10 to the negative 3. Pwede nyo dire-diretso sa calculator, no? T2, 75 yon. Oh, 75 minus T1, 25. Yung sagot, ayun, sakto. 6 ohms. Okay? So, letter C. Yan. Okay, next. So, next problem. A coil of copper wire has a resistance of 62 ohms at a room temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. So, what will be its resistance at 80 degrees Celsius? For copper, that is alpha temperature coefficient of at 0 degree, okay, nakalagay alpha sub 0 is 0.0042 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, lagay natin, no? Coil of copper wire, meron naman given R1, assume R1, 62 ohms, okay? So, room temp ulit, pero may nagbigay, no, ng room temp, no, which is 24 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, what will be, so hinahanap yung resistance at 80 degrees Celsius. T2, 80 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, may given temperature coefficient, pero 0 degrees Celsius, 0.0042 per degree Celsius. Okay. So, hindi kasi natin makukuha yung R2 agad yan eh. So, walang direktang, no, tingnan natin ha. 1 plus, alpha sub 1 to, di ba? T2 minus T1. Okay. Meron naman tong T2, T1, R1. Oh, kailangan natin makuha to ng alpha sub 1 na nakatapat kay resistance 1 at kay T1. Ano yun? 24 degrees Celsius. Ibig sabihin, ito yung kailangan natin, no? Muna makuha. Pero may formula kasi to na direkta makukuha. Basta may given na T1, T2, tsaka yung isa pang temperature coefficient. So, palitan natin to. So, 1 plus alpha sub 0. This is T2 or 24 minus 0. Ini-base natin to dito. 24 minus 0. Okay? So, solve natin. 3.82 milli, no? Milli times 10 to the negative 3 per degree Celsius. Okay. Pangit pakinggan. Times 10 to the negative 3 na lang. May per degree Celsius kasi parang meters eh. Okay. So, once na nakuha na, pwede natin insert dito, no? So, alpha sub 24. Yun na yung partner nun. Okay? So, R2 will now be equal to, ayan yung lalagay nyo dyan, no? Times, R2 is, diba, 75.25 ohms. Okay? So, that is, okay, recall natin ang Ohm's law. This law states that the current between 2 points in a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points. Okay? So, I equals B over R. where R is the resistance in ohms, I is the current, ampere, and V is the voltage, B. Okay? So, yun. Up, problem agad. So, let's say, the problem is determine the resistance of a material connected to a 150 volt supply when 18.75 times 10 raised to 18 electrons flows through it in 2 seconds. Okay? So, solution. Ano daw ang resistance ng material connected to 150 volts? Okay? May given a voltage and yung current. Plus, yung current is Q over time yun eh. Okay? That is Joule, ay, Coulomb per second. No? So, that is voltage 150 volts divided by yung current which is, ayan, Q over, so pwede mong multiply na lang yung time dyan. Yung Q kasi in coulombs yan. Okay? 150 times, diretso ko na 2 seconds. Etong ilalim, coulombs to, in given in electrons. So, ang gagawin natin, yung constant number 23, that is in coulombs per electron, multiply natin ng 18.75 times 10 raised to 18 electrons. So that, makuha natin yung coulomb. R equals 99.8. So, mga ganyan. So, that is equal to 100 ohms na. No? Okay, thank you. That is letter C. So, next problem. A 4 milliamperes of current flows through a fixed resistor when connected directly to the terminals of a 9 volts battery. If you replace the supply with a 6 volts battery, what will be the new current? Oh, may ganitong problem na ano. Okay. So, may given na current that is 4 milliampere. Okay. So, may fixed resistor and a battery of 9 volts. Okay. If you replace the supply, so parang magiging voltage 2 by 6 volts battery, ano daw yung magiging current? So, ibig sabihin, I1 yung given, I2. Okay? Ibig sabihin, fix yung resistor, so R equals to B over I. Yung B1 over I1 should be equal to B2 over I2. Okay? So, hinahanap I2. Okay? So, that would be equal to B2 over B1. So, times I1. Okay? So, 6 volts over 9 volts times 4 milli. A, that is 2.67 milliamperes. Okay? So, letter A, electric power. Okay? So, electric power is the rate per unit time. No? Rate ng ano to? Energy. Rate ng energy to. Ano nakalagay? Energy rate. Okay? At which electrical energy is transferred by an electric circuit. So, yung grammar lang, no? Andito na binanggit yung energy. Okay? Okay? So, in electronics and electricity, this is usually expressed in watt and horsepower. Yung watt, yan yung SI unit. Okay? So, power is energy per unit time. Yung 1 horsepower, so huwag nyo kalimutan to, laging ano to, napapalabas minsan, no? Is equal to 746 watts. So, sa mga Joule's law, that is B times I squared R, tsaka B squared over R. So, dapat alam nyo na to, no? Okay. So, next. So, electrical energy. So, it is a form of energy resulting from the flow of electric charge. Okay? Ito yung mga binabayaran natin, Binarko. So, in electronics and electricity, this is usually expressed in joule. Okay? Hindi nakikita yung ano ko pala dyan. Ito. Oh, okay. Joule, electron volt, EV. Okay? And kilowatt hour. So, yun. So, energy. So, inayos lang natin, no? Kanina, yung power is energy per unit time. Ngayon, energy, that is power times time, no? So, yun. Of course, yung kanyang SI unit is in joule. So, take note of the conversions of the energy. 1 electron volt, so nabanggit na to kanina, is 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 joule. Yung 1 kilowatt hour is 3.6 times 10 to the 6 joule. I think meron na sa calculator to, no? 1 calorie is 4.18 joule. Usually, gamit naman to sa mga thermodynamics. 1 foot-pound is 1.36 joule and 1 BTU is 1,055 joules. Okay? So, given a 15 volts battery, supplies a current to a 1.5 ohms, 1.5 ohm load. Okay? For 1 hour and 5 minutes. How much energy in joules is supplied in this time? Okay? Oh, may given na voltage, ohm. Okay, gawin natin ang paraan yan. So, take note, yung energy, meron siyang, pwede siyang gawin, sa equation, may power times time, no? Okay? Although walang power, may time, no? Pwede naman natin by Joule's law, power is, in terms of voltage and resistance, that is B squared over R. Yeah. Times time. So, that is equal to 15 square over yung resistance, 1.5 ohms, times time. Okay? Yung 1 hour and 5 minutes, 1 hour is 60 minutes. 5 minutes plus 5 minutes, so 65 minutes yan eh. Ilagay natin sa seconds. Okay? So, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay? So, energy is, lagay ko lang sa SI unit, no? Okay. Sagot ay? 585. Yan. 585 kilo, no? Kilojoule. Okay. So, that is letter D. Okay. So, determine the power dissipated when a charge of 10 coulombs flows through an appliance having a resistance of 8 kilo ohms for 2.5 seconds. Okay. So, hinahanap dito yung power. Okay. Ang formula niya ay may given na okay. 10 coulomb per second. So, pwedeng I squared R to. No? Pwedeng I squared R. Kasi may given na resistance, tsaka yan, nakakulong per second. Yung current is charge per unit time. No? 10 coulomb per 2.5 seconds. Square lang natin. Then, multiply natin sa 8 kilo ohms. 8 kilo. Okay? 128 kilowatts. So, letter C. So, given an electric heater consumes 1.8 megajoule. Okay? When connected to a 250 volt supply for 30 minutes, how much is the total current taken from the supply? So, hanap yung I. May given na energy. So, voltage, time. Okay? Take note, yung energy is just equal to energy. Power times time. Okay? nandito yung time. Okay? So, yung energy, so makuha natin yung power dito, no? Okay? So, 1.8 megajoule. Yung power, power. Times time, 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, so, convert natin in, so, 1 minute, 60 seconds. No? So, yung power, lumalabas, 1,000 watts. Okay? And then, saka natin kunin yung I, that is from Joule's law, IB. No? So, 1,000, divide lang natin ng voltage 250. No? So, that is 4 amperes. Okay? So, it should be letter B. Okay?